Yes. And
now we're recording.
Yay. So yeah, Mary, why don't you tell everybody what you do and why you're getting an AI assistant?
Yes. So I have a marketing firm for the past 37 years and I'm only 38. That's for a fact.
Beautiful 38.
And I help funeral homes with their marketing. And because we're starting to scale the business, I realized after speaking with my business BFF, Tracy, that I really needed to create a real agent, not just piece things together. And I've been, and I'm all in a lot of the groups that you're in, Tracy, and I see the value of it, but I kept holding back because of lots of different reasons. And again, I'm in kind of a sensitive industry. So I want, of course, be respectful. So people are weird about death. So I have to make sure that what I do has a little bit of decorum to it. But I also need to make sure that I have a team member who is trained on how I like to do things, so they do it correctly the first time and not mess up like we've experienced recently. So I'm excited to get this going, and thank you so much for helping me get Claude set up.
Yeah,
not Claude, GenClaw.
Yeah, and then this is the biggest thing that, and I was having a conversation about this morning with somebody, that we have to remember. This is a new employee that you have with a Harvard education, but you were just given a baby.
Right.
And this baby has a Harvard education, but depending on how well you train it is how it's going to be able to operate. And you have to hook it to everything that you want it to help you operate. Right. So it is going to take you some time before they're operating like their Harvard education. Does that?
Yes.
So,
and I know that we're going to be sharing this with the group so they can all learn from this experience, but I want to make sure, and I think I saw that my password is protected, but if there's anything that isn't protected, then we'll blur it out afterwards. Okay.
Yep. So, so you haven't done anything yet, right?
Nothing.
Okay. You're on the starting point. Okay, perfect. So it's just like GenSpark, and you hadn't even used GenSpark very much, right?
I have used it for like 2 presentations, 2 slide decks. I've created some graphics, but very minimal. Yes.
Okay. And great at doing presentations, right? I mean, I think it does amazing for presentations. There's so many tools on the back end. So GenClaw is OpenClaw, and then you have your cloud computer in the sky. So now what you need to do is—
Which gave me confidence that it wasn't going to be on my computer. So that's why I pulled the trigger, because I was like, in fact, my computer was too old. I think I was sharing with you by text that my computer is 7 years old, and it wouldn't— Claude Code couldn't even go on my computer. So my husband actually said, "Do you want me to buy a new computer today?" And I was like, well, that's nice, but I think I might have another solution. So for those of you who don't want to buy a whole other computer, this might be an option for you too.
Right. So now you're renting the space in the sky, and it's at 78% off right now. And lots of people are asking those questions of, that is not your only cost. That was your computer cost. And then you're going to have token cost. And it's really hard to tell people what their token cost is going to be. Mary, you and I are running full-scale marketing agencies. So if we're going to be doing a lot of, and I do a lot of heavy video work and imagery work and everything else, if I start asking it to do all of that, I'm going to run through a lot more credits than somebody else.
Right.
So we have, a little more than a half an hour to get you started on all of this. So I wanted to help you with the interface, and anyone else can then watch this and get started with the interface. So you have it right now on Claude Sonnet, and that is what I've been working on.
Okay.
I'm running it on Claude Sonnet right now fully. I haven't even switched over to Opus. If I was going to build a website, I would switch it to Claude Opus. But you saw that my Coco built her own affiliate landing page yesterday, and she did it under Sonnet. So it can build landing pages, it can do all of that. But if you're going to really want to do something amazing, if you're going to build apps, because you're going to be able to build apps inside here by just talking to it. If you're going to be building websites and things like that, I would switch it over to Opus.
Okay.
But you're going to run through your tokens much faster.
Right.
So some of the other things that can save you too is not doing that type of task during the day, have it run at night while you're sleeping. And this is the other thing that's a benefit.
You're saying keep it on Sonnet overnight and things like that.
No, if you're going to do that, if you're going to switch it over to Opus, not during main computing times in the US when it's super heavily overloaded.
Got it. Good point. Thank you.
Because supposedly they limit more and charge more during those time frames.
Okay.
So the things that you need to do is start to connect it to your life. So if you've used GenSpark before, and people were already on that, you've already connected GenSpark to lots of things, but your little GenClaw baby has its own little computer in the sky. Now we have to connect things to its own little computer in the sky.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is if you look over here, so here's your chat interface right here. And eventually, Mary, we're going to hook this to your WhatsApp and we're going to hook it to your Slack channel. If you use Slack or whatever else you use. And that way you'll be able to communicate with your computer on the go. Which is going to be really nice.
Fantastic.
Here on the right, here's your home screen and it shows you different things. Your remote desktop is its computer in the sky. So if you click on that, it's going to open up its computer.
Want me to?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. Sharing this tab now.
And then your credentials were back on that page. So, and they are all X'd out on that page.
So I'm going to, let's say, how do I cover it up?
Yeah. So why don't you just stop your share for a second?
Or I can just hit copy. Look.
Yep.
I'll just hit copy. Okay. So I'll just over here and put it in here.
Yeah, I don't think it shows it to us. Yeah, it's been very secure. So one of the things that I've really liked about GenSpark is everything they do has been about security. So this is its little computer in the sky.
Okay.
So if you open up its cloud browser.
Right here.
Yeah.
Chromium browser.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. Chrome. It's Chrome.
Yeah. That's funny how they renamed it a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I've there it is. Okay.
So it operates this, and it'll take you in here later on when you start connecting things. And, we're not going to get into your passwords on this call. I'm going to tell you the things that you're going to need to do. One of the hard parts, and I'm going to help everybody along, is have your Google Password Manager or whatever other browsers you use and have your passwords ready because this is not hooked to your computer. None of your passwords are saved. And some of my passwords were not the right password. You want to be very careful when you give it the password in here because the machine will automatically keep trying to connect. And I got myself in the death loop.
I call it a spinning wheel of death.
Yeah, well, I couldn't catch it fast enough before it tried to load back in and it wasn't the right. And I was getting petrified because it was Instagram that Meta was going to block me. Right?
Right.
And put me on the freeze. Okay, so let's get out of here and let's go back to our other interface. So I just wanted to show you. So that's your interface for the cloud and the computer. And for the most part, you never even have to look in there. But that's what that's once you give it, let it hook to various parts of your life, that's its little computer and it's going to password save whatever you let it hook to. Other people are asking me, only hook things that you want it to be attached to. If you are uncomfortable with that computer having access, but my understanding from GenSpark is that is your little computer that has been safeguarded and nobody else gets in there. Okay. So it's supposed to be very secure. They're trying to work with big enterprise clients. That's part of working with this company. Okay. So if you click on tutorial.
Okay.
So you see over to the right.
I just saw it a second ago.
Yeah.
And oh, here, duh, say second button.
Okay. So open this up.
Okay.
So you can start to run through these things and bring it over here.
Okay.
Now, we've all been hearing and talking about Claude. So this has already been, it's OpenClaw. So it's already been pre-programmed by a lot of stuff. Plus GenSpark probably put some programming into this already.
Okay.
But you are going to get to talk to it with regular language, and it will be updating its skills files and its plugins and all of that without you having to do all of the horrible backslash getting into the terminal and doing this and doing that. And
Yeah.
the 30 hours I worked on Claude last week, you can just tell it, and you
Right.
can tell it to update its memory and do the different things. And this is one of the nice things about this is it will have persistent memory from you.
That's lovely. So when I click on something like this, here's my background, save it. When I click this, it's because I've just answered, I'm answering this question.
Yep. This is GenSpark. And granted, I think if they ever listen to this video or watch this video, I would love to help them with some of their customer journey stuff.
Yeah.
Working on big brands like I did, and customer journey was everything.
Yes.
Like, it would be nice to have it a little more spelled out for people. But if you answer all of these questions, it is helping you program your claw.
Fantastic. Okay. And this one, it says, call yourself Alex and be more direct with me. So Alexander is my maiden name, but I haven't put that anywhere. Is it just coincidence?
Call yourself Alex. That's you telling it to call it Alex. I didn't do that. I asked mine, but I didn't ask mine anything. So what I did on this Make It Personal, we work with Molly Mahoney. We have our company documents. We have our customer avatars. We have all of this rich, deep information about ourselves.
Right.
Make it personal. Put in your website, your social, like whatever you want.
So I could literally add that document here?
Yep. Add all of those PDFs, everything about your life, you're going to add in here. Okay.
So I don't have to answer all these questions individually? Or should I go through and also answer them?
Yeah. I still do this stuff, but in this section, so I attended Molly's class on Saturday, which was some of the same stuff that we had done back in November, right?
Right.
And I loaded up those new offers I'm working on in here with my company documents and all this other information about myself. And I told it, this is going to be one of the early projects we're going to work on together. So it knows all of this about me right up front, which speeded me along, right? Definitely. So the more you give it information about ourselves, the better it's going to be able to help us. So because I gave it so much information, within 2 hours, once she got into my emails, she was already recommending stuff for me.
Amazing.
When that's the other thing that I really liked about it is I could get Claude to do anything I asked it to do, but my claw was actually looking in my stuff and recommending things because it was already in their skills and they were already pre-programmed.
So in all of this, as I go down, I can say, yes, I want to add, send me a morning preview about AI.
What is your daily briefing that you want? It might not be TechCrunch. It might be death care industry news.
Right. And that's exactly what I was thinking is I want to be the go-to for conferences and classes and all the kind of stuff that they need. And so I can change, I'm saying this so everybody else can learn from it, whatever your industry is. I don't have to say, I can say, send me the morning briefing and say, these are the places I want you to go look.
Yes. This is what GenSpark did here is they gave you a bunch of recommendations. Grab each one of those prompts, bring it over here, and then customize it for yourself. Add PDFs, add YouTube links, if you wanted to go search is there a new episode of Moonshots? Take the transcript and give me the highlights. Is there a new episode of Diary of CEO or whatever it is, Gary Vaynerchuk or Neil Patel for me, because I do some SEO.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you go through all this tutorial. I'm still working through mine, just so you know.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm not done. It's going to take you a while to fully train everything. I have a family, a life. I traveled. I have clients. I help people like you.
Well, thank you for telling me that, so I don't feel as stressed out that I have to do it all one day. No. So are you suggesting to those watching, to go through each of these subheads? So we're at home, now our tutorial. Do we go through all the challenges?
I want to get everybody speedy through this. So I think doing a channel right away is going to be super helpful. So this would be one of my number one things to do.
Okay.
Hooking it to WhatsApp is going to allow you to talk to it in regular language. Or I know you're a Google girl, there's Google Chat. So I think Christine set it up with Google Chat.
Okay, so, I do WhatsApp as well for some of my team, as well as old friends. So would you prefer, do you think it's better with WhatsApp, or do you think better with Google Chat?
I don't use Google Chat, so I don't know. So whatever is the easiest app for you to talk to.
Got it. Okay, good to know.
You are away from your laptop and you have your phone, because I activated my Coco and then I had 1 hour, but I had got her already activated to a few tools, and I had already put her in my Slack channel. So at dinner, I was texting with her and she was making me Instagram posts about birthing her. Like, it was amazing.
That's why. And your husband was like, hello, are you on your phone at dinner? You're under the table.
My whole family's used to me now. Okay. I mean, I do completely set things aside at specific moments and times. But
I'm only kidding, because that's something my husband would say. Could you maybe put your phone down for mobile Mary? Can you put your phone down for a minute?
Yes. Tonight I'm having a date night with my husband, and the phone will stay put away.
Oh, so sweet. That's sweet. It's so nice you have Coco to do your work for you. That's great. Okay, so I go and I connect all these
occasionally. Slack was the first thing that I did, and after I got her inside Slack, she now has read write capabilities and a bunch of other stuff that I've had to add. The other caveat for everyone, especially all the marketing agencies that are coming on board, because I have a lot of friends that are now coming on board, is a lot of the API keys will be read only at first.
Okay.
You are going to want to make sure on most of this that you have read write privileges. And people have asked me about security issues. You can talk to your Claw and say, I want you to send the draft to me first, right? You can give it what it can do and not do. Okay, so now I want you to go to services.
Okay, and quick question about Slack. Now, Slack I have not used a lot. A long time ago I did, and then recently with our project we used it more. So Slack is obviously a way, as a repository for information. It goes messages or whatever. How do you use Slack versus, let's say, WhatsApp in this?
Okay, so I need her connected to Slack because she's going to help me manage my team, and all of our channels. And for me personally, I think I have 125 personal channels. So like inside my Slack, I have everything about websites, everything that comes out about HighLevel, everything about SEO. I use it as a massive dumping ground for information that not only I have access to, but my team has access to.
Right.
So it's an amazing,
instead of like a Trello or a Notion or a thing, you use Slack.
Yeah, it does that. Yeah, it has everything. They have a lot of capabilities over the last year. So now when you go into services, this is how you're going to connect everything. So I was just going down the line. So I am not very far personally, but I've already gotten a lot done, even though I'm not hooked up very much in here yet.
Okay. And I noticed that it has Salesforce, HubSpot, Stripe, interestingly enough, connected. But can we put HighLevel into this?
Yes. So all you're going to do is and we're not going to do this on this call because you're going to go get your HighLevel API keys. You need it to be read write.
Okay.
So make sure when you get your API key, and we can go, if you want to, you can bring up your HighLevel and I can show everybody where that is. It's in the not like get your key, but we can show them where it is. It's in the settings.
Sure.
So you go and you have to do it at the account level. Oh, you can do it at the agency level as well.
Agency level. Okay.
But for it to do anything in an account, you have to give it API permissions per account.
Okay. So I don't have everything hooked up to my thing, as you're going to see. Oh, I'm not sharing it.
Yep.
Like I literally don't have everything set up to this. So where do you go to it?
So go up there, and so you would, so all the way up, switch to your main account.
To my agency account?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And now go down to settings.
Okay.
And then private integrations. So see at the very bottom.
Yep.
And then once you're in here, so you already had some GLHL, MCPs in a group track, you're going to create a new one. And then I would probably recommend selecting almost everything, because you're going to want it eventually to be able to do social posts for you, build a website, and just do everything.
Okay. So just go through the process of setting up a new one.
Yeah. But so when you do that, you give it read or read write or whatever. So,
okay.
Yeah. So you'll do that later.
Yeah.
But that's where you find it. It's in the private integrations.
Okay.
And then,
but then where I don't see it on here. So is there a place you can add new things? Like HighLevel?
You're going to do it in the chat.
Oh, okay. So you're going to say, I want to connect my HighLevel account.
Yeah.
And that's what you do. Okay, cool.
And then one of the things that I taught mine, and so many people are attached to me that use HighLevel, I told it anytime I say GHL, that means HighLevel software.
Right.
So
you just tell it straight out with a little microphone down here.
Yep. And you sometimes will see them saving stuff in their memory. Cool. And there's a place in here that you can see all of their files working and what's already been preloaded, and then you can add it. The other thing is, I think everybody's feeds, if you're deep into AI stuff, if you're going down this, you're probably pretty deep into AI stuff. You're seeing Claude this, Claude that, get my skills, get my that. So if you want to add any of your Claude skills, you just go grab that document. You're going to give it here, and you're like, add this to your skill set, please. Let's add this into what we're going to do, Coco. Or we have to name yours. You'll name yours today, right? And then after you name yours, tell everybody in the community what you're calling it in the Facebook.
I'm still thinking. So, and because you and I share the Coco thing, we both had dogs in Coco, and then of course your professional life with the Coco, the brand. So I got to come up with something fun that I'm going to name.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's kind of cute. I'm like, me and Coco, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a cutesy thingy. It's been cute.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to connect all of these services, have your passwords ready. So if you want to, we can show everyone what that would look like. Do you have a Twitter account?
I do. I hardly ever use it.
I don't either. But guess what? Coco's doing it now. I wasn't using Twitter, especially after it got disconnected from HighLevel. I stopped doing it because we do so much posting through HighLevel.
Oh, that's so funny. By the way, I clicked on down here where it said your claw is not responding, diagnosed.
No, that's if it's not responding.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to show you what it looked like. When I clicked on that button, it said pretty much that everything looked fine, but check all this stuff. So I just wanted to show that to you because
it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So
we're going to try talking to her, but I'm sure she's there.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Or whatever yours is going to be.
So I don't want to click this because it goes off to password again. So I just click on, oh, it did do that again.
Yeah. So you could show that what it's going to do. It's going to open up the terminal. Okay. It's going to open up its cloud computer, and then it's going to ask you to give it. Yep. So it's going to open this.
Password, the same password again.
Yep. So this password, getting into that, you're going to want to save in your Google saved passwords, right? Because you're going to be in and out of that little computer a lot.
Okay.
So, and now you need to sign in so that
and by the way, I don't see where I can, I don't know where it's saying restore the, I don't know where that button is because this is my virtual. Is it here?
No. You just X out of that. Just ignore it.
Okay.
The little to the right. No, not that.
Oh,
that
here.
one.
Oh, it actually is. It looked a little fuzzy, so I didn't think I thought it was just a screenshot. Okay.
So now you would log into Twitter.
Just through here. Okay. I don't think
So you can do this later, but that's what's going to end up happening. Each one of these logins, it's going to take you here, and then it saves your password in its saved passwords.
Okay.
So now little GenClaw has access to it at any time.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I got to go find all those. That's smart. Okay. Very cool. Awesome. So then the next thing is schedules.
So that's once it knows your life and it's hooked to your calendars and other things. The terminal. So anybody that's doing Claude work is going to be used to the terminal, but this is the terminal for your cloud computer.
Got it.
Not your home computer, not your desktop.
Nice.
So you will never have to go in here because they will do everything for you. So that was kind of fun to watch all of this super painful stuff I was doing all last week between the terminal and VS Code and moving things back and forth, and then it doesn't work, and moving it back and forth, and then it didn't work, and moving it back and forth, and then it didn't work again. And then she just boop, did it, which was amazing. But
which was a huge selling feature for me because I was like, do I really want to spend the same 30 hours that Tracy spent on that? No, thank you.
Well, but it's not that you're not going to get hooked up with something where the password isn't the right password, or, you know, one of the things of getting into HighLevel, right, is you're going to get the password reset through the email and all of that. And it couldn't do all of its steps on its own. I had to go into its cloud computer and do some of it for it. Personally.
You're talking about on Claude Code, not on GenSpark.
No, on GenSpark.
Oh, on GenSpark too. Okay.
Yeah, you're going to have some of that, but that's different. You're not going to have to get into the terminal itself. Because it will do it. And then
I use a software called LastPass, which protects encrypted all of my passwords. But obviously, I still have to add them natively to GenSpark, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
And then terminal or files, open up files.
Okay.
And these are which everyone that has either OpenClaw or has done Claude, is this going to look familiar?
Markdown.
It's memory, it's plugins, it's skills. These are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But you see a bunch of stuff that is an OpenClaw, the soul, the identity, the heartbeat. All of these things you will add on to as you work with it. And
so it's not something I add in here. It creates the files and puts it in here, right?
Exactly. You're just going to talk to it with normal language over here, and it's updating its files.
You're saying over here, but I can't see where you're pointing. You mean in the chat?
Your first AI employee.
You're like this off screen. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. So,
So I don't have to do anything in files. My Claw baby will start filling that out and get fatter.
Yeah.
And then settings.
But if you ever wanted to see what was inside there. So let's say, you know, the thing that kind of scares me is everybody is getting skills and other things from random people on the internet right now. Somebody could easily give you stuff that could hurt your computer.
A nefarious character.
Right. So we all have to be aware of where we get stuff, the sources they are, and understanding what we're adding in, whether it's our own desktops or our little rented cloud computer, right?
Be protective
So,
like a mama to our baby Claw.
exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
I like
So
that.
just, yeah. But any of those Claude skills that people are giving or instructions, the other thing that you can do is now, if you go down here, you have Claude, but you also have OpenAI. And if you go down to where Claude Sonnet is, where you're like,
Oh, down here.
see all of the different models. So you can
And these are
change.
all built in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what Kimmy or a Minimax is.
Yeah, so that's an open source model.
Okay.
So now do you see the 5x and the 2x and the 3x? That's how fast you're burning your tokens.
Oh,
You
on the
see-
right side here. Yes.
Yep. Do you see how Kimmy is a 1x? So if you don't want to go crazy through your tokens,
Right.
if you are just chatting with it and it's not heavy compute, choose one of the easier models.
And that's okay. It's not going to hurt you if you're not, none of these will be
If
any
you're
worse.
not coding, you're fine,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Well, I'm also curious, like if you did bring in, like I have a lot of content on ChatGPT. Like I have, different custom code, custom GPTs, all that kind of stuff. Is there any way of pulling that into GenSpark? Or
So
just
yeah, I don't think if you were inside of the chat GPT model, I don't think you can use one of your custom, but maybe one of your custom GPTs. I'm not sure. But you could work with your Claw inside GenSpark. I have, which are way better than any custom GPT I built. And you've seen some of my custom super agents that I've built. I found out yesterday I can call them in. So my Coco, she can activate any of my super agents that I built. So I would say to
where did
you,
you build the super agents inside?
inside GenSpark.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So you can pull those in. Okay, cool. Because they're kind of two separate things, right?
Yeah.
GenSpark, they
GenClaw, this is a different interface than GenSpark. You can get back over to GenSpark on this left-hand panel, but right now you're in your Claw panel.
got it. So if I
Okay.
wanted to pull in an agent from that, I could just talk to her and say, I would like when you're creating artwork to go to this agent.
Have you made any custom agents yet?
No.
Okay. Once you make one, so whatever you have made over in ChatGPT with OpenAI, you could probably go into regular GenSpark and you don't have to do it inside your Claw. You could do it inside your Claw, but you could have your Claw make you a custom agent, or you can have GenSpark make it, either of them. But go replicate that and actually supercharge it. Like mine goes end to end from research all the way to presentation. Like it builds everything.
It's fantastic. Somebody did, I remember listening to, I don't know what I was listening to. We watched so much content. We were being trained, right? There was a way that you could ask GPT to download everything it knew about you that you could put into Claude.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can do that.
Yeah. So is there like a special prompt for that, or just like you just ask ChatGPT, hey, I'm going to be using Claude. Can you give me everything you know about me?
Yeah, I'd give it all your memory files. So, and I had already done that with mine, and I already pulled mine down. So then you could just dump that in here.
So you pull down your memory. I'm doing this for your audience. So you say ask for all your memory files. You save it like in a PDF, or what would you save it at?
Yeah, you cast it in a PDF with markdown file.
Save it a PDF, or convert it to a markdown file, and then upload it.
ChatGPT will convert it to a markdown file for you.
That's right.
You don't have to. It just asks.
I'm asking these questions thinking somebody might have that question, and you're right. Of course, you can do the markdown. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So just ask ChatGPT to give you that file, and then that's the same thing as you could go over. I'm a Gemini Ultra. Have Gemini give me all of its memory files. And you can make sure that you have that memory across multiple things.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, because I've
So
been using it probably for almost 4 years. So it has a lot of, it's always shocking to me. I forget like what I have talked to her about. So then all of a sudden it's like, oh, thank you. So
yeah,
helpful.
yep. So
Very cool. Well, I cannot wait to dig into this. Is there anything else that you suggest I do, or just start plucking,
yeah, just
throwing in
start
the checklist?
plucking away at it. Even a lot of the setup. I mean, I guess you should be on Claude as you're doing the setup stuff. I was on Claude Sonnet all of this time, but Dory and I have been watching the amount of credits that we're using. We're tending to spend between 15,000 and 30,000 credits during all this setup phase and everything that we're doing. But yeah.
So even if I did it on GPT Mini here, it's just one time. It's okay to change it to that while I'm training it?
I'm not sure, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm unsure.
Because I was gonna say, you talked about credits. Is there a way of finding out? So I
Yeah,
have 9,000 credits.
yeah, that's how many credits you have left. It's the lower
Is that
left corner.
per month or
I
as
think
I pay the annual fee?
so yeah, you're on the 20 or $30 plan, the base plan. So
Yeah.
that only gives you 10,000 a month.
So it is every month. Yeah, I thought I would start off in the lower one and then I could always upgrade when I set it up. And I know it's a special deal right now, 78% off. So I'm hoping when I upgrade, it'll still be that.
Yeah, no, 78% off was for your Claw computer. When you go and buy tokens, I was given a 20% off for the
Okay.
tokens.
Okay.
So I'm currently right now, I think on the $100 a month plan or something like that, because I was going through so many tokens. So,
You're out of control. Just kidding.
I am guesstimating I will probably be spending between $500 to $1,000 a month. But when you look at what she did just yesterday, and if you want to stop sharing your screen, I'll share my screen and show you one of the things she built. So she built this widget. So this is what I did at the NAN hackathon. So this has knowledge files that I pulled from Notebook LM.
So take that little screen and push it off to the side.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There. So yeah, so this is a little chat bot for my website.
Cool.
And we're embedding it onto my Bridge website right now, but it's real time. It's got a bunch of knowledge base behind it. Plus it has a language model behind it. So,
and this is, you said it is on NAN or is something a part of GenSpark?
So it was both. So the back end of it is NAN. This whole front end of it, Coco built. She built everything that you see and how it looks, Coco built.
It's fantastic.
And I didn't tell her what to do. She just built it.
Yeah, well, because you've trained her. So it makes it look really nice, which I love.
Yeah, I mean, she has my branding documents. So she's pulling off, my brand colors. She's pulling off my fonts that I use.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I mean, her affiliate page that she built. It even had a moving element here. She built this.
I love it.
And
it's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our little propeller hats are spinning like crazy. Like the possibilities are phenomenal. Thank you for encouraging me is the nice way to say it, of jumping into this because I know we need to end the call because I have to go to Pilates, girl. Gonna get strong. But I'm so grateful to you, Tracy. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your brilliance. And I will let you know what I name my my little.
I can't wait. I want to know as soon as the baby's born.
Yeah, I'm trying to do Lion King if you can't hear. Yeah. Okay. All right, my love. So I will stop the recording and we'll say goodbye. Anyways, good luck, everybody. Follow Tracy, do everything she says, and everything will be great.
Yeah. And how do I get the recording now?
Oh, okay. Let me stop recording and then I'll send it to you.
Okay. Is it just
Hold on.